This video is sponsored by Hollyland. I don't think I'll ever need another mic after this. Let's find out if it's the same for you. Now this Lark Mark II, is it really for everyone? What is the audio quality like? How does it compare with other microphones? Is this any good? Does it actually produce value for money? Will it enhance your video production? Now for those who vlog on their smartphone, this is a prime example where you can plug your receiver onto their smartphone just like this. And then once it's plugged in, you can see that it's blinking. That's recording itself. And then we're going to go ahead and record ourselves on our smartphone. So that is basically recording on my smartphone, and you can vlog in that distance, and you can say basically anything that you need is within the range. So I'm vlogging myself, and then we're going to test the audio that's coming out from my iPhone 13 Pro. So let's turn off the main camera, turn it on this one, and then we should see things changing. So this is iPhone 13 Pro with Lark Mark II plugged in onto my iPhone, and we're going to test an audio directly to my smartphone. And obviously we're filming here on the main camera with Sony a7C Mark II onboard microphone. Obviously if you do a comparison between those two, and the distance again is about 1 meter, but with the iPhone obviously this is plugged in onto the microphone, the sound should be a lot more crisp compared to the Sony a7C Mark II. So that's been unplugged, the audio, so the audio headphone jack is there. We're going to go and record the long distance. Obviously the camera is picking up everything in terms of the entire field, so I am not that far away from the camera as you can see, but so obviously the closer you are the better. The audio is about 1 meter distance, and that should be it. Okay, this is a microphone test on this Sony a7C Mark II using the Lark Mark II microphone. So currently we are about 1 meter distance. We're going to go away now a longer distance and see if the audio can pick up. I'm hoping the audio is still picking up, so obviously it's very important the moment I turn around, does the audio cut off? So I'm going to turn around, and I think you're not going to be this much far away from your microphone. So now I've turned around, and I'm going to show you an example where I am compared to where the camera is. So I think this is more than enough. I'm going to zoom in. You can see my son waving. Good job. So that's where he is. And if I zoom out, you can see that's where the microphone is. So that's pretty much a long distance. So we're going to go back, also showing the distance again. So obviously as we get closer, the audio shouldn't change, to be honest, because it should pick up automatically. Now when it comes to this microphone, something that has attracted me the most is that the fact that it's super compact, and as you can see it is super tiny. In my day-to-day, I've been using this DJI microphone, and something that I found really difficult with this microphone is that it's pretty heavy, especially when you put it in your t-shirt. As you can see, it's pulling my t-shirt down compared to the Lark Mark II. Now this DJI microphone is about 3 times more heavier than the Lark Mark II. So that is already a deal breaker for me when I have this as an option, whereas a compact, really lightweight, and also when I'm on the go, the carrier itself, it's pretty heavy. And when you compare it side by side, these two, I would say that this is super lightweight, and that is one of the main reasons that I would like to have in my carrier bag this one here. For the last 2 weeks, I've been using this Lark Mark II on my other channel where I coach children. And as you can see from here, the kids' audio is still crisp. And this is in a field where there's a lot of noise and a lot of wind, and this microphone is holding its value. Now this microphone is almost for everyone, for those who are interested in having their studio like myself here, or if they're on the go vlogging, and it's very discreet. In fact, you could have it the other way around, which looks like a button here. When you put it in like that, you could barely see it. So as you can imagine, when you are on the go and you have your smartphone or you have your camera, that's already extra hassle in terms of your videography. But when you have these microphones and the receiver so small like this one, you feel like you are carrying pretty much nothing. And this Lark Mark II makes your experience a lot more convenient. Now, when you compare this microphone with others out there, there are some quirks that this microphone lacks. However, like I said earlier, there are pros will outweigh their cons. Again, comparing the packages, the Lark Mark II seems to be a lot more compact to the DJI. This is because simply the DJI is a lot more bulkier, and you've got the Lark Mark II. The design, again, it looks pretty much the same. What really matters is that the quality it outputs compared to the DJI. And if you're also thinking to purchase one of these ones and you're not sure which one to go for, the DJI mic is going over £250, whereas Lark Mark II is priced at £169. Obviously, the price might be a deal breaker for some of you. Now, the two things that's missing from this Lark Mark II is that it doesn't come with a onboard memory card, so you can't record everything internally. Compared to the DJI, you are able to record 8 gigabytes, and it also has a headphone jack here where you can actually output a lavalier microphone that you can run it through your t-shirt, whereas the Lark Mark II doesn't have the memory card as well as the headphone jack. And those are the two main reasons some of you might be turned off, because it doesn't have those two options. But if you're like myself, where you actually record everything on the studio, or you are on the run and you don't care about lavalier microphone or an internal memory card that's recording inside, then this Lark Mark II is going to be one of your go-to. Obviously, when it comes to the value for money, the higher the price, then you expect a lot more. But because this is priced at £169 and it produces really nice quality audio, just pretty much the same as DJI mic, and it also has that extra feature where you can actually do a noise cancellation. It's super lightweight, very compact, and because of those reasons, I'll rate this 5 out of 5. And the most important is that, will it really enhance your video production? When it comes to your onboard microphones, usually they do have that lack where you have to be super close to it. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that it collects all of the audio throughout the whole room. Just like the DJI, it also connects to your smartphone, and it comes with a lightning cable for your old iPhone, as well as the USB Type-C. Let's take a look. What does it come with in the box? Now, when it comes to the Lark Mark II, it comes with all of the gears that you need, including your smartphone devices. Looking at the design so far, the packaging looks really nice. And as soon as you open, you are greeted with this user guide manual. And inside here, the user guide, something really attracted me is that these stickers is basically going to give you a little bit more discreet if you don't want to show the logo of the microphone. And it also comes with a little bit more professional white grade as well as black, and that can go with your t-shirt. And as you can see straight away, if at the moment you put it on, and you can cover the logo, and that is something really impressive compared to any other microphone. Thank you, Hollyland. Underneath the user guide, it comes with this compact size of the housing. Next to the carrier case, you do have these two pins, one USB-C Type-C and one is for your iPhone. And underneath there straight away, it has all of the USB-C Type-C for charge for the case, as well as all other bits that you might need throughout your video production. Now that we know the audio quality is top-notch compared to your smartphone or your onboard microphone that's coming out from your camera, and obviously I'm going to rate this again 4 out of 5, because simply the microphone, it's really great, but it does feel like sometimes it can do with a little bit improvements. Now, obviously, if you're outside like myself in a windy day, then I would suggest you to use this dead cap that has been provided. Straight away, when it comes to the design of this microphone, I'm really pleased to see that Hollyland has compressed everything into this size, very compact. And for the design of this Lark Mark II, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. Now, the big question, is it really worth purchasing? Now, obviously, when it comes to value for money, some people have different base rate. For me, when I'm judging something value for money, I tend to go, how much is it? And does it actually produce the basic requirements? Does it produce a really good quality audio? Yes. Does it have a compact size? Yes. Is the design really desirable? Yes. Does it have features that it can help to enhance your video production? Yes. For example, this has, just by click of button, it has the ability to have a noise cancellation on a windy day. Obviously, noise cancellation is really great, especially if you are in a restaurant and you don't want the audio picking up from the entire room. Or in fact, if you're on the transport where it has a really noise and you want your audio to be the focal, then this is really a handy feature when it comes to noise cancellation. If you want to see a detailed comparison between the DJI versus this Hollyland Mark II, consider subscribing to this channel. Till next time, watch this video.